$500,000, $500,000. 4 years ago, that would have bought you an amazing property in the greater Warner Robins area. But the current market has changed a little bit and it looks different in 2022. We all know that $500,000 would have brought us way further a couple years ago than it actually does today. But how far can you go with $500,000 in the Warner Robins area? What's up everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Mischa Thompson, your favorite Warner Robins YouTubing real estate agent with The Real Broker. And today we're gonna find out what your $500,000 will buy you in the Warner Robins area today, 2022, compared what it did 3 years ago in 2019. So let's go. Let's start with the city of Byron and I'll give you some data so you can compare 2019 to 2022. And I can tell you, of course, the market is changing currently. Thank God for all the buyers out there. But in 2019, the median sold price in the city of Byron was $141,000, while now we're looking at $209,750, and that is quite a bit down from 3 months ago when I actually did a video about what $250,000 will buy you. 3 months ago, we were at $250,000 median sold price in the city of Byron, and we dropped $40,250 in median sales price in the city of Byron. Now let's check out what $500,000 could have bought you in 2019 and then compare it to what you can get now in the city of Byron. Let's start with what you have gotten in 2019 for almost $500,000. There was no property that sold exactly for $500,000, so I took the closest one, which was 1802 Walker Road in Byron, that sold for $475,000. And as you can see, it was a 4-bedroom, 4-bath home with 4,350 square foot sitting on 10 acres and built in 2007. You got a lot of land for $500,000 with a humongous house. 4,350 square foot is quite a big home. And look at those pictures here. You got no one around you. Literally no one. There is outbuildings, everything. Look at that view. I mean, you've gotten a lot for $500,000. Yes, it is not the brand new house that people might want, but there is a lot of house and a lot of land you would have gotten in 2019 for $500,000. Not even $475,000. Let's compare to a home that is currently listed on the market in Byron, 1011 Lucia Drive. And this home has 4 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. Why do you need 6 bathrooms? Please enlighten me in the comments. In 2,219 square foot. This home is a little bit smaller. It has the same bedroom count, a little more of bathrooms, I mean 2 more bathrooms, but it is built in 1986 while the other one was built in 2007. That's a 20-year difference. This house is as old as I am. And on top of it, the other one was 10.01 acres and this is 1.6 acres. So there is quite a bit of a lot difference compared to the one that you would have gotten with $475,000 in 2019. This house is beautiful. It does have 2 new HVAC units, which is great because other than the roof, the HVAC is one big ticket item you don't want to deal with when buying a house. And if it's brand new, that is great. You got a beautiful home in a wooded area with a screened-in back porch, an in-ground liner pool. You got a diving board, fenced-in backyard. It's a super nice home. But compared to what you've got in 2019 for $475,000, this might be a little bit less than the house on Walker Road in 2019. Look at that beautiful front porch. I mean, who does not want a beautiful front porch in the South? I mean, that is a given. Sweet tea and the front porch. That's what you need. Let's move on to Centerville, Georgia, and the median sold price dropped there over $50,000 in 3 months. So we went from $250,500 in July of 2022 to $197,650 $50. And why does this happen? Well, we are in a shifting market. Over the last 2 years, we did have a seller's market and prices went bazingas. They skyrocketed. Right now, we are evening out and less sellers actually put their house on the market. There are less sales, more sales in the mid and lower price segment and less in the higher price segment. So that brings the median sold price down as well. But let's take a look at what is currently on the market in our $500,000 price range. That is a lot more than the median sold price. So therefore you would get quite a bit more in Centerville for $500,000. Let's take a look at what is currently listed in Centerville for almost 500. I couldn't find something exactly at 500 or a little bit over, a little bit under. I had to go with the next one, which was 2626 Alberta Road in Centerville. This home is currently listed for $520,000. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 2,278 square foot. That seems a lot of money for a 2,278 square foot home with only 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, right? But if we look further down in the description, we will see that this house was recently remodeled and the home actually sits on 2.43 acres. It was built in 1975, but it has been remodeled and it looks absolutely gorgeous. If you look at this home, this is stunning. They did a very good job remodeling outside and complete farmhouse look style. That is an amazing house. Look at that remodel. I would love to see how this house would have looked before they started remodeling it, but this is, I mean, come on. This is a beautiful remodeled home right there. They have a lot of style and they put a lot of thought into the whole design. That looks just gorgeous. Look at those open windows. This is what you get for $520,000 right now in Centerville, 2626 Alberta Road. It's currently listed and completely remodeled on almost 2.5 acres for $520,000. If we compare that to a house that sold in 2019, we come across 206 Cashmere Court, and that already sounds really fancy, but this home has 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 4,479 square foot and sold for $479,000. Yes, this house is only on a half-acre lot, not on 2.6 acres. This house has 2 more bedrooms and 3 more bathrooms and almost double, or it has double the square footage of the house that is currently listed at $520,000. A lot of people like bigger lots and they would probably take 2.6 acres over a half acre every day. For me personally, a half acre is enough because I don't want to mow more than a half acre every week here in Georgia. But if we look at this home, this also was built in 2007 instead of 1975, even though the other one was beautifully remodeled and updated. This one is an all brick house. It has a 3-car garage. It has that circular driveway up front, which makes it even fancier. And look at the lot. It's a privacy fence. You have a gate on the left-hand side. And for me, that would be enough. I mean, how much privacy do you need? There are a lot of trees and privacy fence. This is a beautiful home that sold for $479,000, under $500,000 in 2019. And if we look inside, it is, compared to the other one, a little dated because the other one that is currently listed for $520,000 is actually completely updated and modernized for the farmhouse style people that actually love farmhouse styles, and that's probably majority right now who is all into farmhouse. Let me know what you like. What kind of style do you like of a house? Are you more the old school person, the farmhouse, industrial? What would you have your house remodeled to, in which style, or what do you have it right now? Let's check out Warner Robins. Warner Robins had a little bit of price drop in median sold price as well, about $20,000. Not as much as Centerville or Byron, but still $20,000 in 3 months is a lot. We went from $252,750 to $232,000 in median sold price. Let's take a look at what is currently listed in Warner Robins. And we come across this house on 240 Fairway Drive in Warner Robins. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom home with 3,620 square foot. This home was built in 1997 and it's a beautiful looking house. I mean, 3-car garage. It has a long driveway. The inside looks super nice and clean. It has that gallery up here. It might needs a little bit updating here from the carpet, but in the end, this is just my opinion. It is a 3-car garage. It says 2.6 acres, but it also says in the description that it has a tract of 1.79 acres next to the property for gardening. 1.79 acres for gardening? What are you planting? What are you guys growing on 1.79 acres? Nevertheless, this is what you get for almost $500,000 in Warner Robins right now at $475,000. You also could get a brand new construction in Warner Robins for $486,500. This is almost 1,000 square foot smaller than the resale property with 2,780 square foot, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms as well, but it is an all brick new construction home. And a lot of people like new constructions because they don't have to worry about changing out AC and roof over the next 10 years. So that is what a lot of people go with. But this house sits on a half-acre lot, a little bit smaller lot than the other one, the resale property, but it's a new construction. A half-acre lot is still a lot in a subdivision specifically. This is a beautiful home. I mean, it's wide open, high ceilings. They're not done yet. A lot of windows with natural light coming in, vaulted ceilings. Look at those high ceilings. I mean, the angle of the camera probably makes it look even higher than it actually is. But this is nice and open, beautiful home. And this is a new construction. Look at the tiling right here. New construction home that sells for almost $500,000. Humongous master bedroom. I mean, this is what you get right now for $486,500 in Warner Robins. And when we compare that to what was listed in 2019 and sold for $478,000, we come across 506 Stacy Lane. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom home with 3,595 square foot. But this home was also built a year prior of being sold in 2018. The resale property that we have currently on the market was built in 1997. So it's quite a bit older, almost 20 years older than this home that sold in 2019. It has 1 bedroom more, a little bit of square footage more. It has 1,000 square foot more than the new construction that is currently on the market for a higher price. And yeah, I mean, this one also sits on a fairly good lot in a subdivision. Stacy Lane sits on 0.34 acres, not as big as 0.5 or as 2.3 with a 1.7 acre garden, but this is what you've gotten for under $500,000 in 2019 compared to what you are getting there. You would have gotten a little bit more bang for your buck. Let's check out one of my favorite little towns with walkability, cute shops and restaurants. Perry. Perry has so much to offer, and I made a video about that if you want to check it out after this video. But Perry is one of the top 5, actually top 3 cities with the highest increase in median sales price in all of Georgia over the last 2 years. In September 2019, the median sales price in Perry was $255,000, while we are currently at $329,000. And also in Perry, we are down quite a bit from 3 months ago. In July, the median sales price in Perry was actually $347,000, which shows you that the market is slowing down a little bit and we are shifting towards the buyer's market, or evening out towards an even market, which is great for everyone. Hopefully that happens sooner than later. When it comes to what is currently on the market, I couldn't find any resale properties in Perry. Only new constructions. So we're gonna check out the new constructions that are currently on the market in Perry. And we come across $507,900. This is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 4,000 square foot, humongous home. It actually sits on a pretty large lot, 0.7 acres. So if you like mowing, that might be something for you. If you like cleaning and mowing, this is the perfect house for you because you got lots to clean and lots to mow. But this home is a new construction home. If we just look at the pictures, I mean, you got an office space with covered ceilings here. You got that dining room. You got a living room that you can look down from the upper gallery you see here. You got 10 windows in a living room. Maybe next time 15 and you got enough light. I'm kidding. But 10 windows that let a lot of light in here. You got the kitchen connected to the living space. Seems like a very large kitchen. Nicely selected design here. It's interesting design, or interesting color right here of the cabinet. And then we also got another, it also has 400 square foot more. It's listed for $538,200. Also in Perry. It seems like it's kind of like the same style. Yes, it also has 10 windows, or maybe did they put another row in there? No, also has 10 windows. It is a little bit more square footage. It's also on almost an acre lot with 0.95. So it has 400 square foot more, has a little bit of acreage more, or 0.2 acre bigger lot. So almost a quarter bigger lot. And when we compare this to what you could have gotten in 2019 for $500,000, we come across 3002 Wirecrest Road in Perry. Yes, it is not $500,000. It was a little bit above. There was nothing close. This was the closest to $500,000, but it would have gotten you 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3,400 square foot. And this house, this also sit on a 1.5 acre lot built in 2015, which was not old in 2019. It's still not an old house. It's on a large lot, and you had an in-ground pool. Look at this. Also 3-car garage, super nice. Looks like a 1-story home with 3,400 square foot. That is enormous, but very nicely designed. Covered ceilings. Again, you got double doors on both sides of the fireplace. That nice masonry fireplace you got there. Very open towards the kitchen. Dual colored cabinetry. Barn door. Who doesn't like a barn door? This is another farmhouse style home. Super nice. All hard surface flooring, it seems like. That color is hideous. But if you compare this to what you would have gotten in 2019, or if you compare this what you would get today, you would have gotten a beautiful home on 1.5 acres for $525,000. The difference is really not that big here compared to 2019, because right now you get a lot of square footage with fairly big lots in Perry for around $500,000, while this one is 200 square foot less than the home that is listed for $508,000, and it is 600 square foot less than the one that is listed for $540,000. It has a bigger lot. It is a little bit more unique and not as cookie cutter as the new construction home. But the difference in price, it didn't get you much more back then than it would right now. Nevertheless, here in Middle Georgia, you still get a lot of bang for your buck, no matter what. Let's check out Bonaire. And Bonaire is probably one of the people's favorites over the last 2 years when it comes to buying a home. I mean, over the last 2 years, a lot of people bought houses in Bonaire, and a lot of subdivisions and new constructions went up. And the reason for that is the same as it will be for Kathleen, which is next. A lot of people check out school districts on niche.com or greatschools.org and then decide to move to Bonaire or Kathleen, also because it's pretty close to Robins Air Force Base. And for all the service personnel, it's a pretty easy drive to Robins Air Force Base every morning. When it comes to the median sold price, according to Redfin and Realtor.com, Bonaire is currently in September 2022 sitting at $306,000, while 3 months ago in July, we were sitting at $314,000. Yes, it's not as big of a drop as in all the other ones that I mentioned, because Bonaire is very desirable. When we compare it though to 2019, the median sold price in Bonaire was $170,000. That is a huge difference. And that probably has a lot to do with all the new constructions that went up with higher priced houses that raised that whole median sold price in Bonaire quite a bit. But let's take a look what is currently on the market in Bonaire for around $500,000. You could buy a new construction for a little bit under $500,000 on 309 Appalachia Way in Bonaire. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,000 square foot, well, 2,999 to be exact. It is a new construction home, just built. It sits on a 0.34 acre lot. It's not as big, and most of the times you won't find as big of lots in Bonaire or in Kathleen, that's coming up next, as you would in Byron or Centerville or Perry, for example. But This one is a 22 build. I mean, brand new on 0.34 acres, 3,000 square foot. There are not much pictures because they haven't updated them, but this is what you could get new construction wise in Bonaire for a little bit under $500,000. If we look at resale properties, not new construction, there's only one that is even close to $500,000 right now, which is actually $45,000 less than $500,000. This one on 215 Highland Park Drive in Bonaire. $454,900 for 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and 3,274 square foot. This home also sits on 0.9 acres, which is a huge lot. It's a beautiful all brick house, close to everything, and it pretty much has everything. It has a lot of light, lots of features, not outdated. It was built in 2006. The only negative I have is it doesn't have a privacy fence, and you're paying $45,000 less than $500,000, so you would be able to purchase a privacy fence, and they're not cheap right now, but it won't cost you $45,000 to even upgrade to a privacy fence or upgrade a little bit inside the way you want it. This is what you get right now, currently listed in Bonaire for sale. When we take a look at what sold in 2019, we come across 505 London Court, super established subdivision right across from Bonaire Middle School. And we have this all brick house, 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 313 square foot. This home was built in 2009 and sits on a 0.38 acre lot, which is for a subdivision fairly decent sized lot. And if we take a look at the home, it's not outdated. It has beautiful accents. It does have an in-ground pool, which all the other ones that are currently listed do not have. And an in-ground pool is not cheap, by the way. It doesn't do much to your home value as people would think it does, but they're not cheap. So this is a beautiful home. It says 4 parking spaces on here. So I'm trying to figure out if it actually has a 4-car garage, because that would be amazing. It is indeed a 4-car garage. It has a detached, or it's attached. It looks like a overhang to walk from the garage to the house. So it has a separate garage, 2-car garage, plus the 2-car garage in the home. In the end, does it make a big difference? In 2019, you could have gotten a 4-car garage, a house with a pool, and 3,300 square foot. That is a little older. 2022, you get a new construction without a pool, a little larger lot, and without a 4-car garage. Or you get a resale property that is around the same age, around the same square footage, without a pool, and with a 2-car garage. So you did get a little bit more bang for your buck. And if you're not a fan of the red exterior brick, then 2019 would have probably not a good year for you to buy that house in Bonaire, and you would probably be better off to purchase a home that does not have red brick. So in the end, I think you would have gotten more bang for your buck in 2019 in Bonaire if we compare 505 London Court with the 2 houses that are currently listed, even though one is $45,000 listed below $500,000, but it is a little smaller. It does not have an in-ground pool. It does not have a fenced-in backyard, and it does not have a 4-car garage. If we take those 3 things and you would buy that house for $45,000 less than $500,000, yeah, those $45,000 would not buy you that second garage, would not buy you the fenced-in backyard and the pool altogether. You could have gotten the garage probably in the fenced-in backyard, but that's already squeezing it with $45,000 currently. So 2019, you still got a little bit more bang for your buck in Bonaire. Last but definitely not least is Kathleen, and Kathleen has been like the fan favorite over the last 2 years. A lot of people started buying and wanting to be in Kathleen. A lot of families looked up niche.com or greatschools.org, which I did a video about as well. Check it out after this. But the school rating for them is a big factor when moving with their family. And so Kathleen is the place to be for them. And when it comes to median sold price, Kathleen is actually the only one that didn't go down over the last 3 months. In September, we are at $355,000 median sold price, while we were at $322,000 in July of 2022. So Kathleen is still going up in price right now, while everyone else is evening out and dipping just a little bit. But you can definitely see which are the most desirable areas for people buying, because you see either the prices are dropping not as much, or they're still going up because people want to be there. Let's check out how much bang for your buck you would have gotten in 2019 with $500,000. And we come across this beautiful property on 407 World Crest Circle in Kathleen. This sold just under $500,000 at $492,500. It sits on 1.1 acres and was built in 2005. Sadly, there is not much or not many pictures I can show you because there are not any online, but this house, just the looks of it, I mean, come on, this looks beautiful. On the other hand, I don't know how much this house is dated or not because there are no other pictures of it, but for $492,500, you would have gotten 4-bedroom, 5-bath, and 5,152 square foot in Kathleen. That's a lot of square footage. And on a 1.1 acre lot, that's a lot of acreage as well. And if we take a look what you get in 2022, we got multiple options. Resale, that is a little bit more expensive than $500, or new construction in one of the most desirable neighborhoods in all of Kathleen. We are looking at $496,000 for a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home with 3,100 square foot in the Woodlands in Kathleen. And the Woodlands have been banging. I mean, the Woodlands, this subdivision, they're still building, they continue to build. It's not done by far yet. And that is one of the most desirable neighborhoods. You will get an all brick home. The lot size is not the biggest, but honestly, in my opinion, this is a great lot size. 0.4 acres. I mean, in a subdivision, is great. And that's what you get when you look into new construction for $500,000 or a little bit below. When we are looking on the other side of resale properties, there was not one that is lower than $500,000 or just a little bit lower or just a little bit higher. There was only that one for $539,000, which is quite a bit more. And this one is 5 bedrooms, 5 bath with 4,338 square foot. It is not as much square foot as the home that sold in 2019. It's almost 1,000 square foot less. But this house also was built in 2005 and sits on a very small lot, it seems. It's only a 3,789 square foot lot. That is not a big lot, and I wonder if that is even correct here. That might be wrong because the house is bigger than the lot. That doesn't make sense to me, but it could be, who knows? This house has an in-ground pool, which the new construction does not have, for $500,000. This house is a little dated, so you would need a little bit updating, but it is a great house. It has lots of lights, bright colors. I mean, it doesn't need that much update. And some people don't want to update that because they like it the way it is. Just in my opinion, and my opinion is not yours. So if we take a look at that, it has a cast iron fence in front. You don't see that much. A fenced in front yard and a fenced in backyard. You got a 3-car garage. You got a pool. You got 4,300 square foot in Kathleen. That's not bad. But nevertheless, I think in 2019, you got a fairly decent house for $500,000, and prices are rising still in Kathleen as of today. So you probably gotten more bang for your buck in 2019, but if you are all into new construction, you can get a new construction home for around $500,000 in Kathleen, in one of the most desirable neighborhoods out there that is close to Veterans High School and close to MacArthur Elementary School. Let me know what you think and what you would have decided if you would have rather bought a house in 2019 or if you are currently thinking of buying one right now. This was my little video about what $500,000, $500,000 buys you now in the greater Warner Robins area compared to 2019. 2019. And was it really that much of a difference? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know as well if you want to see what $1 million will buy you in the Warner Robins area right now compared to back in the day. I would be more than happy to make those videos for you. Just comment below. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.